Hello my scrappy friends, a big welcome to my channel once again today. Today's share is for Cut to You, and as you can see I'm using this cute Sundae cut file. You saw the cut file right at the beginning of the video, and I've done something a little bit different with it. A couple of the design team members obviously had the same idea that I did when they saw this cut file, and it was to make this cut file really big and a feature of the page. And once I saw that the other ladies had done such a fabulous job, I thought I would challenge myself to do something a little bit different with it. And as you can see, I have created a bit of a border. All I did was copied and pasted the cut file in my Silhouette Studio software, resized it, I flipped it, and just made sure I've overlapped them all and then welded it together. And I've got like this, it's about 11 or so inches across, border of little Sundae cut files. I think it's really cute, and something a little bit different with this cut file, and I really love the way that this layout came together in the end. As you can see, I'm working on white cardstock. This is textured white cardstock and I have not gessoed it at all. I knew I wasn't using a lot of water, and I really like using the textured cardstock without gesso. I prefer the way that it dries. And when I think of ice cream sundaes, I think of like a pastel rainbow of colours. So that's kind of what I'm going for here. You saw right at the beginning that I had traced out where my sundaes were going to go along that background there. And I've picked out 5 colours from the Prima Pastel Dreams watercolour set. And you can see I'm just using a little piece of plastic packaging and smushing that colour down. I did start doing the pink splatters straight away, but I realised that wasn't such a great idea, because then I was getting orange, which I didn't want. So I'm going with pink, yellow, green, like a tealy aquary colour, and then blue. And I really love how this turned out. You can see that my watercolour is not in an exact line across the middle, and because all of my little sundaes are all different sizes, I'm kind of trying to stay a little bit within the confines of each of the Sundae cut files. I hope that makes sense. I know it sounds a bit, vague to me, but I know what I mean, and once the cut file's laid on top, it's, I think, pretty obvious what I'm talking about. So you can see that I'm just doing that, and then after I've done each colour, I'm bringing back my cut file, making sure that I've got enough colour behind each one. I do end up creating my own colour here, and I use 3 or 4 of the colours, I think. First it's too green, then it's too blue. It's too close to the green and it's too close to the blue. So I'm just going to mix some of these colours together until I'm happy with what I've got. And it's such a pretty colour that I end up with. I love it. That's almost it right there. Add a bit more of this softer green in, I think. Yeah, that's it there. It looks very blue next to the green I've got there. But then when I come back in with the blue on the end, it's very obviously an aquary colour. I'm using the sky blue here. I'm just going to add that in. Sorry that my head keeps getting in the way. I just wanted to make sure that I was staying as best as I could in the marks that I made for where my cut file was going. Like I said, I really love how this page came together. It's super fun. The photo that I'm scrapbooking is a 3x4 landscape, and it's actually the night before I got my braces. We decided that we were going to have something fun for dinner, and obviously I picked the Sundae cut file for a reason. We had ice cream sundaes, build your own ice cream sundaes, with all of the things that are on the avoid eating list for the duration of my braces. So I've got, when you see the photos at the end, you'll see the photo that I'm scrapping. There's nuts, there's chocolate chip cookies that are quite crunchy, there's Oreos, there's popping candy, and a few of the things that I'm not supposed to eat while I have my braces. And we all had, my only stipulation for my children was, do not eat so much that you feel sick. They're like, does that mean we can have more than one? Yes, my darling children, you may have more than one. You may have enough that you are satisfied, but not so much that you feel sick, because that will just upset me. We're meant to be enjoying this. So yeah, they both had, I think, 3 or 4 each. They loved it. Best dinner ever, they've told me, which is, I'm impressed with that. And there is my background all done, with my photo on top and my cut file there. So yeah, something fun. And previous to this particular dinner, their favourite dinner was breakfast for dinner. We cook up bacon and scrambled eggs and hash browns, and they love it. We had that for dinner last week, I think it was, and they said, they cracked me up, this is almost the best dinner ever, but ice cream for dinner was better. So obviously something that they remembered, and I think something that we'll do again. It's so easy to get caught up in being the grown-ups and the responsible people, and the things that we should do and think and all that kind of stuff. It is fun doing the fun stuff and enjoying the time with these children while they are children. So yeah, it was definitely part of it as well when we decided this is what we were doing. So I've pulled out a paper pad that has got these soft pastel colours in it. It is Hide Swap, and I believe it's from the Dreamy collection. I've started with that geometric print immediately behind my photo. I've also added some foam and some tissue paper behind my photo. And then I've got the yellow and the pink. One of the packs of stickers I pulled out was this one. It is, I wrote it down, I think, Vintage Chick Buzzwords. And I've got the Sweet Delight, but I just wasn't happy with how that was sitting. And you watch me move words around for a little bit here. I end up losing patience and turning the camera off and walking away. I come back the next day and it all kind of just falls into place for me without too much mucking around, which was nice. But yeah, you get to watch me move these around a bit, and then when I come back, you see my photo and my title stuck down. The word stickers there are, I think, from a 2014 Hide Swap collection. And there you go. So my title ends up being Sweet and Fabulous Dinner. From that same sticker sheet where the delight and the sweet came from. There's these black and white elements. My dining table is marry with black granite inserts, which it's quite dark, especially compared to the rest of the page here. So I decided to bring in a few more of those really dark elements in the black and white, just to kind of balance the weight of the colour around the page a little bit. I end up bringing in the 3 arrows, and then these 3 butterflies as well. No, 3 butterflies. I'm going to have to add glue to everything because nothing is sticking, because some of these are quite old. The ampersand for my title has actually come from some puffy Ellie Studio alphas. And I like the way that's all stacked together. That word dinner is from one of the Audi collections, creative what's it called? Creative Place, and it's Daydreamer Alphas. I wanted to add a little bit of something. I felt like everything was kind of a bit floaty and a bit meh. So I found this pattern paper, which is the same one that I've got laid behind my photo. It was a 12 by 12 pattern paper, but I'm not sure if I've gutted it or if I've cut some off the edges, but it wasn't a full 12-inch strip. So I thought creatively and out of the box and thought, how am I going to make this work? I cut off, I think, about a 3-inch strip, and then I ripped it diagonally down the middle, and you can see I've stuck half of that rip piece to the top right hand side and half to the bottom right hand side, and it's on almost the same angle that photo and those words are on, and I really feel like that just kind of encloses everything and brings everything together. I have put a bit of effort into like rolling the edges of that paper because it's got that yellow on the other side. I'm going to add my journaling just next to my title there with a brown, yes, I'm using brown, Copic marker. The reason I went with the brown is because that paper that I've used at the top and the bottom has got that craft in it, and I thought that would be a nice balance and not black. My finishing touch is, of course, some sequins. I started with the Ice Cream Dream mix by Big Mom Scraps, thinking that it had all the right colours, but it doesn't. So I end up pulling out a couple of other mixes. Some are old, some are in the store, but I ended up using Ice Cream Dream, Vintage Dowry, Patina Finish, and Candy Shop. I love the way this layout came out. So fun. It was a super fun dinner. I hope that the boys, I hope that we all agree that it's, another time will be good to do it. But yeah, make sure you check out the store for this amongst all of the other awesome, fun food and family cut files that are there. If you have any questions, please make sure you leave them below. As always, thank you ever so much for stopping by and spending your scrappy time with me. I hope you have enjoyed, and I hope you have a fantastic scrappy day. I will see you in my next video.